Yo, what's the word? It's Adam the HipNerd, and guess what? Shock! It's time to watch a video of me making this clock. Oh my god, but what the heck, I ain't too proud to be a fool sometimes, and if I made you laugh, go ahead and put a like on this video. Starting off here prepping some pallet wood boards. The pencil markings were for a different project that I went a different direction on. Check out my CNC woodworking mandala wall art project. I made these cardboard templates so I can easily figure out how to chop up the boards for the different parts. The boards that I need to cut are thicker than what this bit can do, but the longer bit has a smaller shaft, so I have to change the collet. The magic of magnetism! Rather than zero the z-axis off the top of the material, I zero it to the table, then raise the height to the depth of cut as set in the file, then zero again. That way I don't have to rely on the material being perfectly thick throughout. Some of the pieces came loose while being cut out, so I removed them while the machine was in progress, just to check them. So the trouble I'm having is that these parts are very tiny and they're chipping out, especially on the bottom side, when I'm trying to remove the tabs, and sometimes they're even breaking off during the cut. Just because they're very small and delicate, and I think just the whole vibration of the machine and everything is causing the problem. So I made a new cut path that's going to just finish about 3 millimeters from the bottom of the piece. Then I'm going to take a small drill bit and drill into the cut line through the bottom a bunch of times to release the pieces, and hopefully I'll get a cleaner result that way. We'll see how it goes. I used a hacksaw blade to cut through the tabs. It was a lot of work and I got good results, but the sad thing is I wound up not using these pieces in the end. So you notice I've added all this extra stuff to my CNC table. The spoil board here, which is just MDF, is really getting chewed up. And I'm a little worried that if I keep drilling into it, it's going to get more, feeling really uneven, which I think may be contributing to some of the Z-axis issues that I've had. So really, for the most part, that worked really well. It didn't cut through the tabs. All the pieces stayed in. But as you could see during the cut, it was tilting back and forth. And I'm sure the reason is right here. This crack, it opened up when it cut through here, and I think that was able to make this thing lift up when it was being cut. So I still think this is a good setup overall. I don't think I'm going to change it. This is just one of those hazards you have to work around when working with this recycled lumber. So alright, I think I'm going to call that a success. Oh, ain't that lovely? There. That looks usable. This also looks usable. Bottom layer of wood is just like snapping off. And what happened is that this pinched the bit, and then the bit just broke. Broken bit. Not the first time that's ever happened to me. So let's replace the bit and get back to it. Bit it. Blah. There's just a tiny, tiny bit, about a 1/16 of an inch sticking out the bottom here. If I can get a grip on it, maybe I can pull it out. Oh. Ah. I don't want to have to take the router out, but I might have to. What I'm trying to do with this bent piece of wire is push the bit and or collet out from the back.
The way this is sold is that people keep talking about it. There's a verbiage about it being freeing and all of that, but we can't say it's going to be inspirational unless it does something inspirational, and so far it just hasn't. As I'm editing this, I feel like I didn't make it super clear that like we didn't have any background in space to lean on and kind of understanding and so we can then do inspiration in our conversations about it. This video also feels like it's and how they're all inextricably linked, and even though we are going back to remove everything, and so that video still stands in the hardware that we're full.
Anyway. I might redo the NC file and add some tabs. Because there's only tabs on two sides of that figure. Oh man, I got these on here tight. Oh, come on. Ah, shoot. Ah, okay. Ah. Don't break. This plastic handle is probably going to break before anything else. Ah, there we go. Whew. Alright, that's loose. There we go. Beautiful. Now, let's get this thing out of here. Let's try magnets. No, no. The magic of magnetism has failed me. Let's try a heat gun. Oh, aha. Okay, I'm pushing the bit through. Maybe that'll do it. This This collet's going to be destroyed at the end of this thing, so I can't use it again. Oh, come on. Oh, I see it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's loose inside there. Okay. All right, so I pushed the bit through. That's good. That's good. Now all I have to do is get this collet out of here. Come on. Piece of crap. Oh! Yes, 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 yes. Come on. Success. While I'm waiting for my new collet to come, I can cut the base and outline piece with my other bit.
He was actually manipulating his situation, including the girls and women that were involved. And
the new collet has come, and it has come time to change the collet. This collet is the one that came with the router, and it's pretty nice, and it comes right out. I think one of the issues is this collet is kind of cheap. I should probably spend money on a better collet. You can feel that it's a little rougher than this one that came with the router, so I think that maybe that contributes to the issues I'm having. In any case, let's just get this going here. The magic of magnetism. There we go. Now we're talking. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. I made a mistake and failed to understand the shaft length of the clock motor. As you can see, the thickest piece plus the thickness of the base takes up the entire length of the shaft. I searched all over the internet for a clock motor with a shaft that could accommodate this thickness, and it turns out that nobody makes anything like that. So I'm designing and 3D printing my own clock hands. All right, 3D printing for the win. I got this and this. And if I check the height, it fits. So the hands are well above where the pieces are, so we are good to go. These were originally going to be test pieces, and I was going to 3D print the hands entirely. But then I realized I could just take these hands that I already have and just put them on here. I'll just glue them on these, and that'll work just fine.
My hard disk drive is full. 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 I am out of memory. 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 My OS is outdated. My OS is outdated. But I still love the feeling of your fingers on my keyboard. I am out of memory. Oh. 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 Oh.
I needed to sand these pieces to reshape them to fit.
My hard disk drive is full. My hard disk drive is full. I am out of memory. My OS is outdated. Oh, but I still love the feeling of your fingers on my keyboard.
These tiny pieces were just not working, and then I realized there's not going to be enough room for the shaft. Okay. Alright, we're down to the end here. I'm quite excited. I 3D printed some hangers. This is a spacer to go on the bottom. This is a hanger to go on the wall. I know that didn't make any sense. It will when you see it. So I'm going to put down something nice and soft here. These are specifically made to hold the clock away from the wall, so the clock motor has some clearance. So I hung it on the wall just to see how I like it, and I don't like the hands. So I'm going to try a couple different things. The site that I got these hands from recommends that if you cut the hands down, stick the pieces that you cut off on the bottom to maintain the balance of the hands. Fortunately, the epoxy I used to stick them on didn't work very well due to the smooth surfaces, and they came off really easily. So the first thing I'm going to try is cutting these tail ends of the hands down and see how I like the look of that. I think I'm going to like it a lot better. The other option is I 3D printed some tiny hands, and we'll try those too and see which ones look best. I like that. I'll cut the other one down. That's about right. Alright, I think these will look a lot better now. Good. See if I can go backwards. 11, 10, right there. Okay. I'm going to hang this up again, and then I'll try the other hands and just, see which ones I prefer. Boo! Yay! I forgot to put finish on. It may not be 100% necessary since the clock will be indoors, but I think it'll look a bit nicer and last longer. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until the next time, live long and prosper.